Okay, so let's go through some answers from your experiment then. Hopefully that you've had time to have a look at the outcome now. But let's have a look what you should have seen. So the first step then was to measure out 25 centimeters cubed of water and see how many spoonfuls of sugar that you could dissolve into it. Now you will have all got different results here, so that's absolutely fine. I did do this at home. I think I got 4. So if you've got 4, give yourself a pat on the back. But actually, if you've got more than that or less than that, don't worry about it. But obviously, if you've got like 100, that's probably wrong. Okay, so we had made a saturated solution then, and the next step was to heat that saturated solution in a microwave for 20 seconds and to see if we could dissolve any more sugar into it. So hopefully you've had time to answer this question here where it says, what do you notice as the saturated solution is heated up? And answer in the box. So hopefully what you saw was when the solution was heated, you can dissolve more of the sugar into it. So you could maybe take another teaspoon or maybe even 2 teaspoons and it would still dissolve into what we thought was a saturated solution. So what that means is that as you increase the temperature of the solvent, the solubility of the solute increases. And remember that solubility is the mass of the solute that you can dissolve into the solvent. Now, if you didn't get this, it might be a really good idea to write this box down, so you can pause the video and do that. Okay, so in the next part of the experiment then, you've taken that hot saturated solution and you've placed it in a nice cold place, maybe a fridge or a freezer, and you have left it for 20 to 30 minutes. Hopefully what you've seen there then, after 30 minutes, is that when the solution is cooled, some of the sugar crystallizes out of the solution. So you will see some of that solid sugar back at the bottom of your container, either your cup or your ramekin. Now, if you haven't seen that, you might need to cool it down a bit more, or you may not have had a saturated solution to begin with. So you could start this again if you wanted to, but in your own time. So if you've got that solid sugar, what that means is when you decrease the temperature, less of the sugar can dissolve in the water, and that's why it crystallizes out to form a solid again. So in conclusion, when the temperature of the solvent is decreased, the solubility of the solute also decreases. So when it's colder, less of the solute can dissolve into the solution. So this is a summary page of what we should have got from this experiment. So temperature has an effect on the amount of the solid solute that can dissolve into a solution. When you've got a cold temperature, so when the temperature of the solvent is decreased, the solubility of the solute also decreases. So here, that's when you observe crystals of the solute form in the solution, and normally they sink to the bottom. And as you increase the temperature, you can dissolve more of the sugar into the solvent. This means that when you increase the temperature of the solvent, the solubility of the solute increases. Okay, now I'd like you to stop this video and just write this summary into your exercise books.